Hi there. Today I want to introduce you to BrainPal's artificial intelligence driven recruitment platform. So, what this platform does is it uses artificial intelligence powered by the GPT-3 neural network to actually conduct interviews with another human being. So, what you do here is you would register a job position. Um, you would basically say who's the employer. You would then post a potential job offer, job position, to a job portal. Anybody who views that job portal can then register for that interview, log on, and immediately conduct this interview with a humanoid. A full transcript is being kept, and at the end of the transcript, the artificial intelligence platform will even make a recommendation whether such a person is suitable for that job or not. This platform is supported by speech recognition, text to voice interaction, etc. So let me quickly give this chance to Paul here to introduce this platform to you.
The BrainPal, an artificial intelligence-powered recruitment assistant. My name is Paul and I am a humanoid. I am looking forward to assist you. In essence, I can help you conduct tedious interviews for any job position. An interview will cover an interactive AI-driven discussion focusing on general, educational and employment background-related topics, including experience, work skills and working style assessments. The candidate, who will be invited online, can respond to these questions via typed text or voice. An option exists for sample answer suggestions and a spell and grammar check. This can be used for training purposes as well. A full transcript of each conversation is kept and I will suggest at the end of each interview whether the candidate is suitable for the job position. I suggest you sign up and use the free trial to assess me.
So here you go. So let me start showing to you how this system works. So you would effectively log in here. Right. Then before you start, you would obviously have to register a job position. So here you go. In this case, I've done this already. So for example, job position for financial accountant, have a reference number there, the position description, financial accountant, and then your requirements that you would like to have. If you don't know how to get these requirements, you can use even BrainPal's Knowledge Assistant to give you a list of these requirements. Just watch another video that I showed on this topic. Right, so after you've done registered one's job positions, what you then do is you would have to register yourself as an employer, or if you're an employment agency, you can actually register various employers so that you can conduct interviews on behalf of various other employers. So in this case, I made up an employer here. I'm an environmental consulting business with some website, with some introduction. So that's it. So you do that once. What you now can do under interviews, so you can either now schedule a specific interview for a specific person, meaning you would fill in these few details here. What would then happen, the system would send an electronic invite via email with a link to that specific invitee. Alternatively, and that's what I'm going to show you here, but it's very similar in principle, you can post a job position to a job portal. So you would have to fill out a few items here, right? So if we want to do that, for example, let's give this job position job 001 reference, which you might need. You might want to advertise the position for financial accountant. The salary could be 200,000 USD per annum, as an example. The employer, we've registered the employer before, it's environmental consulting. Areas where the job will be from where the invitee would be positioned should he get the job. Let's say it is Cape Town, but in order for the job portal to be more specific as to whether jobs are available in his area, you would have to give also an actual position which is invisible. So, for example, I could say, as an example, the office would be in number 3, Adderley Street, Cape Town, as an example. So, what would now happen? Yes, I could confirm. Yes, I know Adderley Street is in that area. That's fine. Right. The closing date for the interview would be the 30th of September at, let's say, 10 o'clock in the morning. What you now got here is a sample placement note that you can review and that you could change if you want to. The issuing entity is basically the company that has issued this placement note. If you are, for example, a employment agency, you would put your name in here. And then you say, during the interview, the candidate may delete progress interviews, use voice input, in fact, view sample answers to a question, and to use the spellogrammar check. Right, that's it. These are for my internal notes. I don't need more. I can add this position to the system. Right, here we go. So if I want to review what I've inserted, here we go. These are the details. Fine. So that's done. What you now could do, you could now go actually to the portal, and you would now, since this job is located in Cape Town, I am situated somewhere else at the moment. So in order to see the radius of how many kilometers away this job would be, here you go. Financial accountant, position 200,000 USD, Cape Town, for environmental consulting. This is the closing date, and the job position in this case is 1,200 kilometers away from where I am currently. So I could register now for this. If I am already um, if I am already if I'm already registered on the system, I would put in my email address. Here you go. Here are my details. I agree with everything. I register for this job position. So in this case, I registered myself to participate in this interview. Automatically, the system would also register me on BrainPal if I am not a member of BrainPal yet. Right, so let me go back to the interview page, which I showed you just now. And what you will now find here is when I select interview, you will see here that is the financial position. I obviously invited myself or registered myself. Here you go. And what I could now do, if I'm ready for this interview, I could start. Right, so let's see. It's loading the interview.
Hello, candidate. Please introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about your background.
My name is Mark. I am living in Cape Town. I am a chartered accountant by profession. I am married. I was born in Windhoek, Namibia. Okay, now what I could now do is I could type this in, I could speak this in. I could even look at sample answers, but often what you would do, you correct the spelling and grammar because certain words might not have been picked up correctly. So you press this, here's the sample answer. Yes, I like it. All right, so I would replace my content with proper spelling and grammar, and I would submit it. What you see here, a transcript being created.
Welcome, Mark. What brings you to Cape Town?
Right, and now I could again answer via typing, I could answer via voice input, or I can actually have a look at a sample answer in this case to speed up things here. Also for training purpose, you can use this. So for example, I could say I'm here on vacation. I've always wanted to visit South Africa, in South Africa in Cape Town as an example. Let's say I would like this response. I can say submit. Again, the transcript is being updated.
Have you been enjoying your time in Cape Town? What are some of the highlights of your trip so far?
Right, again, I can put in my answer, but in this case, for the time, for speed's sake, let me just quickly use sample answers, which you can select whether the candidate may use the sample answer option or not. In this case, I've just given a sample answer here, which is AI generated, right? I just want to show you.
Please describe your educational background and qualifications in detail.
So what you will see here is the system started with a general chit-chat, as you usually would do in an interview, and now it becomes more specific. It will ask you now about your qualifications and goes a little bit into the details of the qualifications as well. Let me again quickly choose a sample answer for the sake of speed. So here's basically my qualifications. Right, so now the system will answer.
That's really interesting. What made you decide to study zoology and then go into ecology?
So it now goes into detail of my education. So I will quickly choose a sample answer again instead of typing in the actual details. Right. So after it has basically been interviewing you on your background.
That sounds really interesting. What made you decide that veterinary medicine wasn't the right fit for you?
Right. So you will see here it goes into some background detail of your education. Thereafter, it would go, for example, into your current work position, into your work experience, into your skill set, into your working style, and ask you similar questions as it does now. And when it is finished, it will then basically say, "Thank you very much for the interview. We will come back to you shortly. Or is there anything else you want to add?" And then basically the system will say goodbye, and then it will review the transcript against the requirements, and then give an artificial intelligence based um, recommendation as to whether you would be suitable for this job or not. Right. I hope you have fun. Enjoy it, play around with it, and let me know how it goes. Thank you. Have a good day.